All right, shalom, shalom. I like to say, call hello, wa hawala, which is all praise and glory in Hebrew to Yahweh, Bashem, Yahushai, Bashem, Karkadash, the Manasseh, the Apostle, El Great Millstone, bless God, elect. The few sisters and Israelite foreigners is waking up doing on the truth. My name is Kamafia from GMS Cleveland Cramp, and I'm about to bring out another lesson that's focusing on, Esau and his concentration camps, which he's labeling as something else. He's giving all types of different names for it, but really it ain't nothing but concentration camps, man. Okay, and the serpent being a serpent, all right, he's gonna go about doing it in a sneaky manner, all right. But I got two videos that I'm gonna play, and Esau telling on Esau, right? They're gonna elaborate what the points I'm about to make in this lesson. All right, so I'm gonna play the first one.
They want to put up more of these alligator Alcatraz style megatent sprung structure type facilities. They've got the kind of pilot project for that in Utah, where the governor has said, we are going to completely support and implement Trump's executive order. And just last week, their homelessness board, which was created by some Cicero legislation, they passed a plan for a 1,300 person megatent camp 7 miles outside of downtown in the middle of nowhere, no public transportation. 300 beds are going to be involuntarily committed locked facilities. Another set of beds are going to be no voluntary entry or exit. It's going to be where you get sent for jail diversion. And then the rest of the beds, even though theoretically you could come and go, they're going to be actively enforcing anti-camping, anti-loitering, all these other laws. The thing that scares me the most is that they say some of these units are going to be work-conditioned housing, which to me means forced labor. And we've seen some of these other bills introduced at the state level that also have this forced labor element to them in Louisiana and West Virginia. To my eyes, I see them kicking out all the undocumented, low-paid labor.
Gotta make up for it somewhere.
Gotta make up for it somewhere.
Yeah. So, as you can clearly see, all right, this man's working his hand, all right, and Esau, man, he just gotta go, man. All right, he's always up to no good. There's a scripture in the Apocrypha that's coming to my head too. He said no good can come from him that's always occupied in evil, and this man's always occupied in evil. Like he said, it was Edomite. His name is Eric Tars, and he is, what is he? This dude is he like the head of he's the head of the National Homeless Law Center. All right, and he's just filling the people in. All right, when he get interviewed by this other, you might just cross the table from him. He's just letting them know what's going down. All right, and those what do you call it? The shit that Trump is talking about with these what was the term they use? I'm just gonna say these facilities for the homeless, right? It's supposed to help them out with getting back on their feet. Well, comes to find out that they're really doing all that and what he just said in this interview that I just played. All right. So yeah, man, this is the individual that we're dealing with. All right. The scriptures tell you this man is more subtle than any beast of the field. All right. That's why you can never trust him. Okay. Never trust this devil, man. When he speaketh fair, he speaketh a lie. All right. You gotta take what he say with a grain of salt, as they say. All right, and you gotta speculate and analyze and do your homework on this man. All right, anytime Esau brings some shit out, man, you gotta fact check it and you gotta make sure for what he said is face value, because it's always a underhand or a hidden agenda with this man. Okay, he never does nothing out of kindness of his heart. All right, he's just a real fucking snake. All right, but yeah, so that was the first video. I'm gonna play the second video, man.
If you told me a few years ago that both my fiance and I would be working remote tech jobs, making more money than ever,
Well, turning out to President Trump's executive order signed late last week, ending crime and disorder on America's streets. It calls for changes in order to make it easier for states and cities to move people living on the street into treatment for mental illness or addiction, and in some cases, forcing people into treatment without their consent. That's the civil...
Oh, did you hear that? Let me play it back.
...commitment process that we've experienced. Well, turning out to President Trump's executive order signed late last week, ending crime and disorder on America's streets. It calls for changes in order to make it easier for states and cities to move people living on the street into treatment for mental illness.
So the executive order, which was passed, was called Crime and Disorder Act. Executive order, crime. Damn, I wish I could stop these incoming calls. Fucking yeah. So the executive order, crimes and disorder, right? That's what the law that he passed, which to help homelessness throughout different parts of the United States cities. Okay, get rid of homeless. As you can see, there's more to it than that. Okay, I'm gonna read the bill real quick. All right. Is Donald Trump approach to crime and disorder in his second term has centered a law and order platform implemented primarily through several executive orders in 2025 that focus on increased policies criminalizing. He said criminalizing homeless. Like how the fuck does that work, man? He's putting it as if people just want to be homeless, man. You know what I'm saying? Like they just signing up for it, man. Yeah, I want to be homeless today, you know. I heard that's the thing. Like, what the fuck, man? These Edomites, man, they ruthless. It says federal intervention cities. These policies have been met with significant criticism from civil rights organizations, homelessness advocates, and some public officials. Key aspects of Trump's initiative include executive orders and federal actions ending crime and disorder on America's streets. On July 24, 2025, President Trump signed this executive order that declares a federal policy of encouraging the civil commitment of individuals with mental illnesses and substance use disorders who are living on the streets and cannot care for themselves. The order aims to pressure states and municipalities to adopt maximally flexible civil commitment standards by conditioning federal funds. It also directs federal agencies to stop funding Housing First program, which prioritizes housing without preconditions in favor of programs that require sobriety and treatment compliance. Yeah, so this Housing First, let me see. That was that up. Damn. Okay, yeah, so I typed in Housing First, our first housing program. It says the most commonly refers to the House First approach, which provides immediate permanent housing. Yeah, go ahead. Hold up. Hey. Yo. this damn it. All right, back to what I was saying. Let's see. Yeah, Term First Housing Program commonly refers to the housing first approach, which provides immediate permanent housing to homeless individuals without preconditions like sobriety and treatment participants. So, I mean, the program, the first house or the housing first program, all right, it'll help the homeless out, and those individuals, or homeless individuals, might have drug problems and stuff like that, and they don't have to go through no type of, no type of institution where they're helping with it, their drug addiction or whatever. You know what I'm saying? They can just get housing and shelter, and they good, but they still got that problem. So Trump, he wanted to do the opposite. He wanted to get these people, he trying to look like the good guy, basically, but he wanted to get them. Matter of fact, I'm going to go back to what I was just reading. Go back to what I was reading. Here it is right here. It said it also direct federal agencies to stop funding housing first programs. So we just read about what that is. Housing the homeless. You know what I'm saying? Making that a first priority, which prioritize housing without preconditions in favor of programs that require sobriety and treatment compliances. See, so they want to get them off the drug addiction habits, bad habits. All right. So Trump would rather fund the programs that's going to sober these people up first, and then get them the housing. That's what they paint the picture as. But yeah, man. It's like I said, man. This dude is he being slick. That's all. So these camps. Come to find out, laboring camps. They got niggas in slavery that got them in those camps, man. These homeless, camps that's supposed to be helping, the poor, right? Or my fault, I just say the homeless, because you can be poor and not be homeless, right? So yeah, the homeless people, right? Trump setting up these places where the homeless can go, and they're gonna help them out with their drug addiction. Come to find out that it's more to it than that, as I just showed in the video, right? And then not only that, making it a crime to be homeless, making it a crime to be homeless. That's crazy work right there, man. That's crazy work. So he trying to make it where they have no other choice but to go to those places. All right. And the Lord, God knows what they doing to them people in there for real, because nobody gives a damn about the homeless. So it's a perfect way to do whatever with those people, because there ain't nobody checking for them. They not counted in society. All right. But let me get this, man. Let me get this. Okay. I got two of them, matter of fact. I got two of them. Where is it at? Shit. Damn, what happened to the scriptures I had? It might have been Isaiah. Fuck, where is it at? Well, it was this one. It was this one too. So this one, Isaiah 10:1 says, "Woe unto them that decree unrighteous decrees, that write grievousness which they have prescribed." Right. So he prescribed, all right, laws. The dude, DJ Trump is prescribing laws like making it a crime to be basically homeless. You know what I'm saying? You can be down on your on your luck, and this man, he he so-called want to resolve the issue with it, but he just another way to manage you. That's all. So you can't even be homeless no more. To what this dude is talking about, DJ Trump. But they got a place where you can go. All right, they got a place where you can go, and you got to abide by those rules. And that whatever place they harboring you at. All right. And it comes to find out, like when I said, the guy, his name Eric Tarts. He's saying they got labor camps up in there. You know what I'm saying? That's crazy. Yeah, so yeah, man. That's an unrighteous decree right there. That's an unrighteous decree that he just Trump just prescribed and put in law, which is executive order, crime and disorder. All right, this right here, this is an unrighteous decree. There's always strings attached, man, to this man. It can't never just be for what it is. All right, got one last scripture and close out. Psalms 109:16. It says, "Because that he remembered not to show mercy, but persecute the poor and needy man." Psalms 109:16. It says, "Because that he remembered not to show mercy, but persecute the poor and needy man, that he might even slay the broken in heart." All right. And he yeah, man, that's what he's doing. What's really is talking about Israel first and foremost. With the poor and needy. It's just now that the curse is starting to hit you other nations. Because Esau wasn't struggling like this before. And these other heathen. All right. So they're really not the poor and needy. It's really us Jakes. All right. And that's what you're doing. All right. But now Esau, these Edomites become poor and needy. All right. So he's slaying his own people. He's slaying his own people. Anytime he talks about the greater good for mankind, you can't believe that stuff, man. You know, that's a load of BS. All right. So yeah, man, that's what it is. That's what he's doing, and that's another scripture I forgot to bring out. Revelations like 2:10, where it's all about that. Behold, the devil shall throw some of you to prison. All right, and that's what those prisons are. Those concentration camps. Okay, re-education camps, concentration camps, the homeless, whatever the fuck he was calling them. I forgot the term they used, but anyway, the camps for the homeless. I'm just gonna say that. Okay. There's really those are execution spots, man. Those concentration camps, because he's still for real about that. Maintain. What do you say? Like 1 million or some shit like that. Maintain society like 100 million. I don't know exact number on Georgia Guidestones, and that's part of the plan. And even Bill Gates talked about that in his interview. He said we got to somehow reduce the population. All right, and they doing it, man. They doing it. All right, so yeah, man. That's you gotta know thy enemy. Know thy enemy. Okay, that's what it is. The Lord wants us to know our enemies. Okay, that way it won't pull the wool over our eyes. All right. So yeah, man, that's what he's up to. And you know, you gotta stay watching, stay on the watchtowers. With that, I'm gonna give all praise and glory to you. How about you, Marshall? Don't it was great. Muslim, let's go. Let me see this. It was like